In the world of sports and fashion, few names resonate as powerfully as Nike. The story begins in the early 1960s with a young track athlete named Phil Knight. Fresh out of business school, Knight had a vision importing high-quality, low-cost running shoes from Japan. He partnered with his former track coach Bill Bowerman to bring this vision to life. In 1964, they founded Blue Ribbon Sports with just $1,200. Knight sold shoes from the trunk of his car at track meets while Bowerman tinkered with shoe designs. Their perseverance paid off, and by the late 1960s, Blue Ribbon Sports was a full-time venture. They opened their first retail store in 1966, building a loyal customer base among runners. Little did they know, they were laying the foundation for a global empire. As the 1970s dawned, Knight and Bowerman decided to create their own line of shoes. They needed a new name that captured the spirit of their company. The inspiration came from a dream, the Greek goddess of victory, Nike. The name stuck, embodying the spirit of triumph they wanted their brand to represent. Along with the new name came the now famous Swoosh logo designed by Carolyn Davidson for just $35. Knight initially wasn't thrilled with the design, famously saying, "I don't love it, but it will grow on me." The transformation from Blue Ribbon Sports to Nike was complete in 1978. The company went public 2 years later, marking the beginning of its meteoric rise. Nike was ready to take on the world. Nike's success wasn't just about a catchy name and logo. The company's commitment to innovation set it apart from competitors. Bill Bowerman's obsession with creating the perfect running shoe led to numerous breakthroughs. One of the most famous came when he poured rubber into his wife's waffle iron, creating the distinctive waffle sole. In 1979, Nike introduced air technology, using pressurized air in the midsole to cushion impact. The Air Max series, launched in 1987, made this technology visible and became an instant hit. Nike's collaborations with athletes have been equally game-changing. In 1984, they signed a young basketball player named Michael Jordan, and the Air Jordan line became a cultural phenomenon. Similar partnerships with athletes like Tiger Woods, Serena Williams, and Cristiano Ronaldo have kept Nike at the forefront of sports culture. Nike wasn't just selling shoes and apparel, they were selling a lifestyle, an attitude. As Nike's popularity grew in the United States, the company set its sights on global domination. Their expansion strategy was aggressive and multifaceted. They didn't just want to sell products worldwide, they wanted to become part of the cultural fabric of every country they entered. One key aspect of Nike's global strategy was sports sponsorship. They sponsored national teams, major sporting events, and individual athletes across a wide range of sports. The 1984 Los Angeles Olympics marked a turning point, with Nike-sponsored athletes winning 65 medals. Nike also tailored its marketing to local cultures and preferences, leading to region-specific product lines and campaigns. In many countries, Nike became synonymous with cool, urban style as much as with sports. Nike globalized its supply chain, setting up manufacturing facilities in countries like China, Vietnam, and Indonesia. By the late 1990s, Nike had truly become a global brand, with more than half of its revenue coming from outside the United States. Despite its phenomenal success, Nike's journey hasn't been without controversy. In the 1990s, the company faced intense criticism over labor practices in its overseas factories. Reports of low wages, poor working conditions, and even child labor tarnished Nike's image. Initially, Nike's response was defensive, arguing they were providing jobs in developing countries. But as public pressure mounted, the company was forced to acknowledge the problems and take action. They implemented a code of conduct for suppliers, increased factory inspections, and raised minimum age requirements for workers. Another major challenge came in the form of changing consumer preferences. As athleisure became more popular, Nike faced increased competition from fashion brands entering the sportswear market. Nike has also faced criticism for its treatment of sponsored athletes. In 2019, Olympic runner Alicia Montano went public with her story of losing Nike sponsorship due to pregnancy. Nike responded by changing its contracts to protect pregnant athletes, but the incident highlighted ongoing challenges. Today, Nike remains a dominant force in the global sportswear market, but the landscape is vastly different. The company has had to evolve to meet the challenges of the 21st century. One of Nike's biggest shifts has been towards digital sales and direct-to-consumer strategies. With the rise of e-commerce, Nike has invested heavily in its online platforms and mobile apps. The Nike app and SNKR's app have become key tools for engaging with customers and driving sales. This digital push has helped Nike weather challenges like the COVID-19 pandemic. Sustainability has also become a major focus for Nike in recent years. The company has set ambitious goals to reduce its carbon footprint and increase the use of sustainable materials. Initiatives like Nike Grind, which recycles old shoes into new products, demonstrate the company's commitment to circular design principles. As the company navigates the complexities of the modern business world, one thing remains clear: Nike's journey is far from over.